Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As I do in all of my readings, I've pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which I'll jump into in just a second. But I still have the tarot deck we'll be using, the clarification deck, and the advice deck that I'll be pulling from to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Sagittarius, let's jump on in. In your recent past, you have boundaries with the Justice in reverse. And this boundaries card is the out of bounds moon card. This just screams a very unfair situation. And I feel like there's, this energy of maybe feeling a little bit of lack of justice in this situation, feeling as if, like you really got the short end of the stick, and I feel like as if that hasn't been made right, which is making it probably pretty difficult for you to maybe move on or heal or let go in some way. Now, in your current energy, you have accept help with the Hermit in reverse. So there's this energy of feeling very alone, maybe like no one understands what you've been through, or no one's seeing or hearing your side, just feeling almost as if your experience is a little bit invalidated. And I get that. I've certainly been there, and I know, like, if you just look at this accept help card, like, it can be a very lonely, very dark place to feel like no one understands you, no one's there for you, as if you're completely alone. And I feel like it's important for you to know that you're not. Even if you feel alone, you do have a spiritual team here for you. Spirit's got your back. The universe has your back. But I feel like as you're moving forward, because, any kind of situation where there is this feeling of like you've been wronged and that situation hasn't been fixed or righted in a way, it can be really hard to, like I said, heal from it. And sometimes we can even get stuck in this energy of believing that whatever that situation has told us, that we're not good enough, we're not worthy, we're not deserving, which can make us kind of, again, feel alone. It's like, well, no one's ever going to understand me. I'm never going to heal from this. And I feel like I don't know, someone needs to hear that you will heal. You will heal. Even if it's taken a really long time. Now, in your immediate future, this is so bright compared to where you're at now, or like what this energy is kind of talking about. You have beginnings with a new moon card, and then the Empress card here. This is very like new beginnings that align with your value, that align with your worth, like finally getting treated the way that you deserve to be treated, finally experiencing a life that aligns with what it is that you've been worthy of all along, but maybe in some way have been taught that you're not worthy of it, or you're not good enough for it, or there's something wrong with you, therefore you can't have it. And none of those things are true, but when we've been through situations that make us believe those things about ourselves, it's really hard to believe otherwise. Overall theme for the reading is new experiences and possibilities. So seeing the beginnings, the new moon card with new experiences and possibilities, that's a lot of new energy. It's new experiences. And I feel like, I feel like this has been a long time coming for some of you Saggies out there. But let's dive in. I don't know how this all connects. I don't know what's going on, but I want to know. So let's see. Let's start, Sagittarius, with this past energy of boundaries with the Justice in reverse. One more. Past energy for Sagittarius. There we go. Whoa, okay, hang on. Queen of Pentacles. Upright? Yeah, upright. King of Swords. And then you have the Queen of Wands poking out here. So here you are. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This definitely feels like this energy, like for lack of a better term, of you getting screwed over by either like a group of people or a person or a situation of some sort. Here's the moon. Yeah, like getting screwed over. But there's so much more to the reason behind this. Wow, I'm intrigued. What the heck is this talking about? Because here's the moon, right? So there's a lot of fear associated with this. Maybe feeling like powerless, or like there was a lot that was out of your control, like, or even something as extreme as like feeling as if like your worst, like the worst possibility was happening. I don't know. It's pretty intense though. And I feel like regardless, because for some of you, this could have been recent, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that could have happened a while ago and you're still struggling to heal from, in a way. Which, you know, there is no timeline that says you need to be healed from something or you just need to get over it. It happened so long ago. No, that's not how healing works. It's a process. So regardless of when it happened, you know, your feelings and your experience is still very valid. But there's a lot of fear. A lot of fear associated with this energy. Okay. Recent past year for Sagittarius. There's the Hermit in reverse, which is this Hermit in reverse. And then the Seven of Swords. There was deception involved. There was secrecy. There was... This is sketchy energy. Not your energy was sketchy, but like what you were dealing with was very sketchy. And I feel like, because again, there's the Hermit in reverse, right? This energy of feeling... It made you feel so, like there's this loneliness aspect. Feeling as if no one understood you, as if no one was there for you, as if no one could help you. But then you have this accept help in your current energy, which is saying that you do have support. What in the heck happened to you, Sagittarius? I mean, you don't have to share with me, but it's like almost one of those like life-changing, like villain origin stories. Now, I'm not saying you are a villain or anything like that, but what I mean by this is a very impactful experience that would like break or change a lot of people for the negative. But I feel like seeing this Empress with the beginnings here, I don't feel like you're letting it break you. But let's see. What else? Ooh, Ten of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. You thought this was going to go a different way. You had very different expectations. A lot of maybe hope associated with this. Ten of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. It's almost as if I don't know if you had a goal or an outcome in mind and you were really like gunning for that outcome. And then like, bam. Something happened. But it's so interesting because it's with this Ten of Cups in reverse, it literally feels like it's nothing you ever would have expected. It's like it came out of the blue. It's like you had this best friend for a really long time and then all of a sudden they betrayed you and you're like, what the heck? Or like even a relationship, like, and I'm not saying there has to be betrayal necessarily, but yeah, I don't know, it's like, it was very shocking almost, like you were like, what? Didn't have this on my bingo card kind of thing. Let's shift gears. Current energy for Sagittarius, accept help with the Hermit in reverse. Current energy for Sagittarius. The best revenge is a life well lived. Something to keep in mind. Best revenge is a life well lived. Current energy for Sagittarius. I don't know if that resonates to someone out there, but oh, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. Okay, Justice in reverse. There's the Eight of Swords. Lovers in reverse. You know, I think it's important for you to know that you didn't deserve what happened to you. And maybe you're like, yeah, I know. But sometimes when we go through really painful things and people screw us over or whatever, we can start to, you know, our fear, our doubt, our insecurity can start to creep in and go, oh, well, you deserve it. You deserve that. I see this a lot with people who are healing from like say abusive relationships. You know, I think sometimes it can start to feel like you were deserving of it, especially if you were dealing with someone who's like emotionally abusive. Like they'll tell you were deserving of it in some way. I'm not saying you have to be, you know, take this however it resonates, but I feel like you know, with this Eight of Swords, it's like you're trapped in this energy. It's like it feels like you can't move forward or move on or free yourself from what you've been through. And that's where I feel like you're at right now, is you feel, because yeah, you feel trapped in this. It's like, but you're not alone. You might feel alone, but you're not alone. This is deep. This is deep, Sagittarius. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know about their current energy? The Strength and the Six of Pentacles. I knew there was going to be an upside to this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tell a story. I don't know if I'm going to lose some of you guys when I tell this story, but it's something that I love this story, okay? And it's about Taylor Swift, and you don't have to like her. You don't have to like her music. I'm a big fan, and I talk about her a lot on this channel, but that's beside the point. This is just something that I feel like can really resonate with this energy. So basically, long story short, someone that wasn't very good to her ended up buying the rights to all of her music. Like, I don't even remember when this was. It was a few years ago. And it pretty much was like, to her, it felt like her career was ending. There was so much going on at the time. But anyway, through this happening is why she made the decision, if you follow the news at all, to re-record all of her music. So she basically said, fine, you can have the rights to that music. I'm gonna re-record everything. And people were like calling her crazy. They're like, that's insane. That's never gonna work. Well, not only did it work, but it also boosted her career in a lot of ways, and she's found a lot of success through that. And long story short, and the reason why I love this story so much, and why I just like her in general, is because she has overcome a lot in her life, and in particular through her career. And even, you know, listening to her talk in interviews and stuff, she'll talk about how like some of the worst things that have happened to her in her career, like boosted her to where she is now. Like, she wouldn't be where she is now if she hadn't have gone through the things that she went through. And obviously, if you know me, I talk a lot about that. And I feel like that's what this experience was, is it's almost like it snapped you into a more power, is in the process of like snapping you into a more powerful version of you with the Strength and the Six of Pentacles. It's almost as if because if you think of like just relating to this story, you know, where she was at in her career, she was obviously very successful then, but she's like way more successful now because of everything that this has kind of like the whole process that she's been through because of this. And, you know, it's so interesting how there are, you know, when we go through things as people, especially when there's betrayal involved, especially when it's something that's super out of our control, that can break us. You know, it can either break you, you can give up, you can, you know, allow it to decide how you move forward, or you can overcome it. You can choose to say, I am going to turn this into something good. I am going to turn this into something positive. I'm going to approach this from a powerful, faith-driven place. And when we do that, what we might not realize is the powerful version of ourselves that we're stepping into because of what we've been through might actually take us further than we would have been able to go if those things hadn't happened to us. Now, am I sitting here saying you should look back at the things you've been through and be like, oh, I'm so grateful for these people who have screwed me over? No. But what I am saying is you have an opportunity here. And you have an opportunity to look at it from this place of, I am stronger now because of this. I am a more healed version of myself. I'm a more powerful version of myself. And you don't necessarily need to feel that way, but you can decide to be that way. And then, you know, because when you show up as the person you want to be, you start to become that person. And it's almost as if what this is saying is because of what you've been through and the power that you're stepping into, it's almost like it's going to allow you to go further in your life, as long as you're willing to take the route of transmuting it, right? Taking the negative and transmuting it into the positive, it's going to take you further than you would have been able to go if that hadn't have happened. And now, I will say, it's not always easy to feel that way. You know, I've experienced that in my own life. I look back at, there was one really awful, horrible period of my life. And I look back at that period and I am actually so very grateful for it because of where it led me. Now, that's now, right? When I was in it, when I was in the middle of it, when I was healing and I was in the darkness and trying to understand what was going on, I didn't feel that way. And if someone would have walked up to me and said, this is happening for the better, I probably would have been like, yeah, screw you, buddy, and just like, you know, walked away. So I'm not saying necessarily that you need to look at, you know, what you're going through as like, oh, this is a good thing, or I need to be grateful, or whatever. You need to feel however you need to feel. You need to move through this however you need to move through this. But in the back of your mind, hold on to the idea that maybe the person that you're becoming, the way that you're healing, the way that you're growing, the way you're evolving, the way you're expanding, all of those things are going to take you to like places you never would have been able to go if you weren't going through this process. Because that's what it's saying. Strength of the Six of Pentacles. It's almost like the confidence you're gaining, like all of these things that this version of yourself that you're kind of stepping into. It's almost like that's going to allow you to receive greater abundance. And again, that might not be how you feel right now. You don't have to feel that way. But just holding on to the idea of new experiences and possibilities. And knowing, and I feel like the most important thing is knowing that you are very supported by the universe. You're very supported by the universe during this phase of your life, of your journey. Current energy for Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, you know what I literally just realized? Is that Taylor Swift is a Sagittarius. And yes, I know that it's ridiculous that I know that, but it's kind of funny though. I feel like I probably lost a lot of people talking about her. I know that for whatever reason, she can be a very controversial topic. Okay, what else does Sagittarius need to know about their current energy? 10 of Pentacles. Ooh. What about this Ten of Pentacles, though? What about it? Then the Sun, World. Oh, this is wild. How this is coming. It's literally saying that this had to happen to get you here, to where you want to go. I mean, Ten of Pentacles, the Sun. So you're in the process of closing out a really major like life cycle. Almost like a something that you were here to learn from, an experience that you were here to experience. Like, you know, our soul is put on this earth to learn, to grow, to heal, to evolve. That's kind of the whole point. And we go through challenging things to do that. But the difference is we can either go through challenging things, and I know I already said this, but I want to elaborate. We can either go through challenging things, and we can allow those challenging things to break us, or we can transmute them. And I'm not saying immediately. And if you've allowed, sometimes we have to break, sometimes we have to crack open, sometimes it has to freaking hurt. But on the other side of that, especially for you in this reading, is like so much good. So this is why it was important for you to hear you're going to heal. You're going to get through this, Sagittarius. You're going to get to the other side of this. And justice will be served. I just feel like it's going to happen in a different way than you think. It's like, you know, a lot of times we think, oh, that person, you know, deserves whatever or is coming to them, whatever. Sure, absolutely 100%. But you know what ultimately needs to happen is that you deserve to experience good things, right? Not just the people who have hurt you deserve to experience bad things, but you deserve to experience good things. You deserve to get to a place in your life where the things that have hurt you, the people who have hurt you, no longer affect you, where they can't touch you. They can't take away your happiness. They can't take away your abundance, because you've healed and you've grown and you've evolved past that experience to the extent where that experience has no more power over you. That's what's happening in this reading for you, Sagittarius. And so, depending where you're at on this timeline, because I feel like I'm speaking to like people who could be here, who could be in the closing it out, who could be already like through this. I don't know. I feel like it depending, because, you know, that's why they're general readings, and not every Sagittarius in the world is going to be going through the exact same thing at the exact same time. That's just not how things work. But there are cycles, and those cycles are going to depend on where you're at and your individual timeline and all these things. So wherever you are at, you know, don't think that you're behind or anything like that. But allow yourself to move through this with the belief that the person you are becoming through this experience is what's going to lead you to whatever this wonderful energy is. I'm like excited, and I feel so excited in this reading for you, Sagittarius. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? That's why the best revenge is a life well lived. I said that right when I started shuffling in your current energy. It's like, regardless of what happens to the people who've hurt you, first of all, karma is a very real thing. It will take care of everything. So what you need to focus on is how you deserve to experience positive karma. You deserve to experience good things that have been, you know, the joy and the love and the peace that maybe has been taken from you in the past, you know? Maybe that's just what you need. Karma's going to take care of everything, both good and bad. Best revenge is a life well lived. All right, what does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? And you're not alone. You're very supported. I know you feel alone, but you're very supported. Okay. I shuffled, I swear. Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, It's like Spirit was like, in case I wasn't clear. Let me just clarify just to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Like, is this like your Justice, a Magician, in reverse? Okay, so you're doubting this, which makes sense. This might seem too good to be true. That's okay. Be where you're at now. You know what I've learned is that life really does have a way of working itself out, and it might take time, but it really does have a way of working itself out. The good people really do, I feel like, always come out on top in some way. And again, it might take time, even lifetimes, but I feel like it always works out. And that's why, like, for me, it's easier for me to believe that good things are going to happen for me when I start to get in tune with the fact that I'm deserving of them. And I start to believe that I'm deserving of them. And I start to look at, my heart and my intentions and, what I want to provide for this world and for other people. And it's easy to sit there and go, why wouldn't good things happen to me? I'm deserving of them, Sure, maybe I've been through a lot and I needed to learn and grow and heal in those ways. And I'm not saying I've been perfect, but I am deserving of good things. And it makes it a lot easier to believe that good things can happen, which is why on this channel, and you guys probably get tired of me talking about it, but I always talk about how your life is a reflection of what you believe you deserve, because, like, to the realistic extent it is. But when we go through situations that are very unfair, we start to acquire these beliefs that we're not deserving, that we're not good enough, that we're not capable. And none of those beliefs are true, but that doesn't make it easy to just shift them, right? You're not a product of what happened to you. You are a product of who you choose to become. And you have the power to decide what that is. The universe is saying, believe in the new, believe in the good, because it's certainly available for you. What else does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? This is such an exciting reading, which is weird because, the Hermit with the Ace of Swords, which is weird because I don't necessarily know if things really feel all that exciting right now, especially if you're kind of like in this energy. The Hermit with the Ace of Swords. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Is like, this is such a weird analogy, and I'm gonna butcher it. I don't know what story it's in, but it's like that story of like the sword being stuck in the stone. Like, all of the strongest men tried to pull this sword out, but the only person who could pull the sword out, it's like this sword that contained like a ton of power or something. I could be absolutely butchering the story, so if you're familiar with it, I don't even know. Anyway, it's like the only person who could really pull it out is the person who was like almost like capable of wielding that kind of power. Even if they weren't the strongest physically, it's like they were the strongest mentally and emotionally. And it's almost as if, I know it might sound crazy, but bear with me. It's almost as if, like, I hope you know what I'm talking about. I don't even know the name. I don't even know where it comes from. It's almost as if, like, this inner strength that I feel like you're acquiring. And no, what you've been through isn't fair, but you've been through it, right? What did I see? It was like, in order to love who you're becoming, you can't hate the experiences that have shaped you. It's true. In order to love yourself and who you're becoming, you can't hate the experiences that got you here, because you are a product of what you've been through, right? So it's almost as if, like, understanding that this inner strength and like tenacity and resilience and that you've acquired, and like continued to have a soft heart, to show up with love, to show up with grace and giving other people. Because again, what you've been this can harden a lot of hearts. This can harden a lot of people. It's and that's the easier thing to do. It's easy to go cold. It's harder to stay open. It's harder to keep believing in the good. It's harder to keep showing up. It's even harder to keep showing up for that good. But it's almost as if that that ability, and as you continue to move forward in that ability, it's almost like it grants you this power to be able to create this abundance. And it's not like, I don't want you to think of it as a reward for your suffering, okay? Because that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say. But life is hard. And the more that you face it with this belief that, you're deserving and you're capable and you're lovable and the universe has your back, even if it's been really hard to believe that in the past, the more you're going to experience that in your future. It's like, it's easy to go, to allow it to turn you cold, to turn your heart off, to close off. But if you stay open to possibilities, open to new beginnings, open to believing that you are going to get to where you deserve to be, regardless of what other people have put you through. Because they don't hold the power, they don't hold the key. You get to take that back. And the more that you do that, it's like that leads you to the new beginning. I hope that made sense. All right, one more for Sagittarius's future energy. I think that Spirit really wants you to know that you can be happy again, that you will heal, that things can be good again. Like, I don't know, I just feel like, because there's the Empress. I just feel like you have so many reasons to believe that things can't be good. And just seeing the sun come out as many times as it has, I feel like it really is Spirit's way of saying, like, you can be happy. You can experience all the things you deserve to experience. You are not... Who you are is a result of how you respond to what you've been through, right? And you don't have to believe that your experience, you don't have to believe your experiences. The ones that have told you that you're not good enough, that you're not deserving, that you're not capable, you don't have to believe that. You can determine who you are, who you're going to become, and what you're going to experience. You have the ability, you have the power. I feel like you have the power. You do. You might feel powerless, but that power, I feel like it's actually strengthening, or like you're becoming more aware of it through this experience. So, I don't know, Sagittarius. I feel like this all happened for a reason, and you'll see, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to believe, I know, but I feel like this is taking you further than you can even imagine right now. And you'll see it. I feel like you'll when you get there, you're going to go, that had to happen. I see it now. That random tarot reader on the internet was right. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much as always for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated. We're going to hop on over to the extended. In the extended, we're going to focus on what you can do right now to ensure you're moving forward in alignment with your higher self. So this is just more focusing on like tangible advice. The extended is. So any information for that is in the description box below. And I hope this helped and resonated, and I wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing and all the wonderful things that you deserve on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Sagittarius.